Thank you for joining us. This is our HRD 430 group project on recruitment. This is presented by Angelo and William on why we recruit. So let's get started. So I am William, and a quick overview on the topics that we'll be covering: understanding recruitment, which will get us into the same mindset of how we define recruitment, so we're all operating on the same page here, and what it means to the organization. Getting the right strengths. We'll be looking at the job analysis and management tools that brings to the table. Strategic recruitment. We'll cover how we get the best available hire. We will look at recruitment impacts on the organization as a whole and how it affects it. Providing consistency. We'll explain the life cycle of the organization, and finally evaluating recruitment effectiveness to wrap up everything. So let's get into it. Understanding recruitment, so we can all kind of be on the same page on what we're in the mindset that we're thinking about here. What is recruitment? Recruitment is how to get the employees we need, whether it be due to a retirement, a dismissal, or a newly identified position. We use our company branding to attract individuals to apply and post the information about jobs, so we can get that candidate pool started. And then after that, the interview process. So why do we do it? We recruit to manage the workforce and meet those goals required to advance the organization. So what we're looking for is the job analysis, which is the job description and job specification combined to create that. Building the correct job analysis will allow for proper recruitment. The job description is going to cover the duties of the job, and the job specification will cover the abilities or experiences we're looking for to perform the job. The stages of recruitment, the kind of the life cycle of it, in the slide share, recruitment and selection, they cover a process that's done in 5 easy steps. The process occurs, the position occurs. You create a candidate pool, a selection process, impress your candidates, and finally make an offer. And that's the business technology, July 2019. So how we recruit is can be broken down into 2 forms: internally and externally. And those mediums are going to include internet, referral, walk-ins, outsourcing to other agencies. There's going to be pros and cons to each of those sources on how we hire and how we reach the people to create that candidate pool. So just be aware that some things may work better for the agency than others. So now that we're on the same page of recruitment and kind of how we're looking at it here, we need to get the right strengths or the right talent, which is going to be based on the knowledge, skills, and abilities needed to perform the job, which is also covered in the job specification that we had talked about. We're also looking into the experiences that they have, but also the person's character and kind of drive that you kind of see in that short window of the interview or based off of their references. You need to have clear needs. The strengths should be clear, so you know exactly what you're looking for in that pool to further the organization's goals, such as interpersonal skills or customer service. The right strengths are going to be key to retention and leading, which is going to save time and money. Time during the hiring stage, time during the actual hired and working stage, and money in the long run, so you don't have to continue to be putting all of the using those mediums to look for people. And that's going to be BIB 2016. Getting the right person is going to be gauged during that interview stage with probing questions or open-ended questions that get the candidate to open up and share why they're going to be the best fit for that position. And once again, it shows the importance to understand the position and what you're looking to fill, so you know exactly what you should be looking for during that interview or in those specific candidates. Strategic recruitment. We have to be strategic in who and how we recruit. There's an added cost to everything that you use, the mediums that reach people, which could be included in how we strategically do it. Most people know that using the internet is mostly how you're going to end up reaching individuals, but in my job currently right now, we have a requirement to actually post positions in the base newspaper for a minimum of 2 weeks, and that is a requirement. I don't know who's picked up a newspaper lately, but none of our candidates, because they all come from online. And then also the who of this strategic recruitment is, sure, they may have the knowledge or the skills, but do they have that experience of actually using them? Did they just get that information taught to them? Did they just learn it, or have they actually applied it to this position or anything in the past? So previous references are very important. Asking those questions during the interview, or if like we have a job shadow, so if there's a job shadow that they can do, that could be beneficial. But that's also another thing that takes time, and if that position's not filled, it may not be hitting those deadlines or goals that the company needs. Now, our strategic requirements are going to cover that level of employment, such as, is it going to be a full-time position, a part-time? So what are we looking to fill? And are the knowledge, skills, and abilities that we need for it going to compensate compared to the comparative market of other competitors and what they're offering to bring on people and hire them? And then finally, our method of strategic recruitment is going to be broken down into 2 different categories. It's going to be the planning and recruiting. The planning is going to be covered under that job analysis that we keep bringing up, with the addition of the number of employees that are going to be required. And that's going to be business and technology, July 2019. And the second covers the options that we were looking for, based on the comparative market that I had talked about, and recruiting the similar hires. And at this point, I want to thank you for your time, and I'll be passing it over to Angelo. So, Angelo, off to you.
Thank you, William. We will now move on to the impacts that recruitment has. So, recruitment impacts everything in an organization. Like with any decision, there's always going to be a second and third order effect that comes. Recruitment is no exception. While it may not be apparent at first, recruitment can cause a chain of events that will either benefit the organization, hurt the organization, or fall somewhere between those 2 points. The decision causing all these events is a recruitment team trying to pick the correct employee using the recruitment process authorized by organizations. Recruitment is not just finding the applicant that meets all the requirements for the position or positions advertised. It is about finding a person that is going to be set up for success in the organization they are applying to. The reason is because a new hire has a great deal of impact on the talent pool and the organizational culture in any organization. Schwabel, 2012. The reasons for these positive and negative effects can be caused for a multitude of reasons. For example, a job could be posted to lead a team of 30 people, and there is an applicant that meets all the requirements. However, the applicant is shy and does not seem to handle pressure or confrontation well based on feedback from previous employers. Even though this applicant meets all the requirements, does this mean that they are the best fit for the job advertised? Probably not, considering that with leading 30 people, dynamics will change. The recruitment process should be setting up the organization and the applicant up for success. In this case, if the organization hired this applicant, they would be setting them up for failure. Recruitment provides consistency. In any organization, there is the fact that employees are going to leave and new employees must be hired to replace them. With a proper recruitment policy and execution, organizations can ensure that the jobs can still be done during the transition period of jobs being taken on by new applicants. How recruitment plays into this is consistency with how all employees are recruited and the process, 5 Reasons, 2018. Plus, it needs to remain consistent with how employees are recruited unless the process is improved. All recruits should go through the same process to be onboarded, so there is no question of favoritism or ill intent with others who may not have been recruited in the same fashion. Evaluating recruitment effectiveness. It is always important to take a critical eye when looking at any process in an organization and see if there's something missing or if something can be done better. DOS 2021. Organizations want to ensure that they are recruiting the best applicants for their open positions. The only way to do so is by looking at their recruitment process and ask some important questions. Is the organization effective at recruiting? What is employees' feedback once they leave the organization? What are competitors doing and why is it more effective? All those questions are key in ensuring that the recruitment process in any organization is not only effective, but remains relevant in the ever-changing hunt for top performers. In summary, William and I discussed why recruitment is key to any organization. William discussed recruitment as a system and provided clarity on what recruitment is, the strengths it brings, and how recruitment is handled and executed at the strategic level. I then discussed the effects of a proper recruitment program and what effects it can have. These effects are based on the hiring decision, the consistency of the recruitment program, and how by asking the right questions, an organization can make their recruitment program effective and competitive against other organizations. William and I look forward to seeing everyone's presentations, and we look forward to your feedback that you have for ours. Attached are our references. Thank you.